come from miles around to watch me throw these old cards down. Old cards down. Come on, folks, and gather soon. I'll be reading by the shine of the lavender moon. I'll be reading by the shine of the lavender moon.
Hey Scorpios, how you doing? Have you been well since we spoke last? I hope so. This reading will be for mid-January 2020. For those of you new here, please consider subscribing. It helps me get my channel out to other people who might also need to hear these. If you don't find your story here, don't be upset, because no one reader can possibly cover everybody's reading in one reading. It's just not possible. So, let's see. Well, let's just do the reading, shall we? Oh, I didn't cut. I do this with my eyes closed because I'm guided by spirit to do it with my eyes closed, so I do. Seven of Wands. Well, Scorpio, you are feeling happy and secure, but a little protective. You are sort of looking over your accomplishments. It's like, yep, gathered all these together, and I got them, and I'm proud of them, and I'm going to look around and let everybody know how good I did. Or make sure there's nobody around that's going to come take off with these wands I collected. So Scorpio, you are now coming out of a time of rest, and maybe you have been sick. It's certainly cold and flu season here in North America. Or it could be you just needed a time to rest your mind, and now you're coming out of that. It's possible you need that and you just don't have time to do it, is another message I got. So here's the star. Have you been wishing on a star? There's always enough wishes and goodness and love and intuition and compassion to go around. Getting the star is a reminder that we are all stardust. And though minute in the scheme of things, we are important pieces of the puzzle of the universe. We have all come from the stars. Two of Wands. Two of Wands is tied to a couple certain ways of doing things, or you're feeling secure in a couple of passions that you have about something. You're also looking to the future with this bird in hand. He sends that bird out to bring him back information. What's going on out there, little bird? And the bird comes and cheeps at him and lets him know there's a great big world out there. He doesn't have to be tied here to these things if he doesn't want to be. I'm feeling some of you are wishing you could get out or away from, maybe just have wanderlust. I'm feeling that you're wanting to get away from a situation. You may not, I don't really feel that you're unhappy with the situation. But I feel like there's more and you want to experience more. Four of Wands reversed. Now, for some of you, this is a celebration that is planned that you just plain don't want to go to. It could be a celebration just thinking about it and not actually in the works for it yet. You know, like there's no decorating or no money spent. No moving furniture out of the way. None of that stuff has happened yet. Or this can be a celebration that was planned that isn't going to happen. Here's the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, we love her, Scorpio. We don't have any cups here yet. Oh, well, I guess that counts. That's water. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is the embodiment. She's the human embodiment of the Empress. She lives in abundance. She has an abundance of love also. Her gratitude and her love for things just brings in more and more abundance. For some of you, it could be a pregnancy. For others of you, you have a super good job, or you're very secure in your job. Perhaps you're retired, you have a good retirement. But she's looking lovingly at this pentacle. She loves the real world. And she's an earth sign. Earth signs are Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. She could also be you, having a practical moment, Scorpio. Oh, Scorpio, Scorpio, we got the Ace of Cups reversed. So I'm getting a feeling for some of you, things have not been rosy in the love department. Maybe you've been feeling love spilling away. This could also just be a delay in this blessing coming in for others of you. But for some of you, I'm just already getting this feeling things just didn't work out because we've got this Four of Wands in reversed. But we'll see. Let's see. Somebody told a lie. Page of Swords. Something that wasn't true. A young person, or a person standing in a young energy, told a big whopping untruth. An alternative fact, if you will. Not true. Misinformation. Right there. So that could have made you really think, boy, I don't even know if this is what I want here anymore. Because I just heard this lie. Or it could have been a truth that you plain didn't want to hear. Some, ugly truth. Here we have Judgment. So this is where you really stop and look at your life. Yep. Dig in your heels, put on the brakes, and you take a long look at your life. You realize what choices you've made that were lousy, maybe that hurt other people. You also look back on things that you did that were good and healthy and helped other people. Well, this is a card of really coming to terms with yourself and releasing that old you that made bad choices, or that hurt other people, or that you just plain have guilt that you can't seem to let go of. This says just stop. Don't keep beating yourself up. Just grow from those things. Even if they'll always be a part of you, and just the way everybody's past is a part of them, it doesn't mean you can't rise above that and become a new and better person. Like, leap out of the fire and be the best person you can be. Now, this also calls for a spiritual awakening. So I'm really feeling like there's a loss of a blessing. And you know that, and it's going to cause you to really reevaluate. It's going to cause you to go into the energy of this Judgment card. You're going to feel like you don't have strength. You do have strength, Scorpio. But this lie just throws you off. Absolutely throws you off, and you just aren't going to know quite. You don't know what to do about it, really. You're going to have to really gather yourself. Because strength is there. It's just for now, it's kind of upside down. That goes right with this lie. Is just going to absolutely turn you inside out. Oh, Lord. 3 of Swords. Scorpio, this is broken heart. This is something that every adult probably carries with them to some degree. But this loss of love here, this loss of this opportunity, this is what I'm feeling for some of you. Don't be upset if this isn't you, but I'm really feeling like a loss of a love opportunity. And it just really tears you up with this 3 of Swords. It tears through your heart. It makes you change. And you're going to feel as though things have been very unfair. Very unfair. I tell you, I almost never pull the Justice card in reverse. But this is things way out of balance, things that are not fair. Things that turn your world upside down. It's this lie. It makes you feel weak, and it makes you feel like things are really unfair. Bottom of the deck. Oh, 7 of Swords. Now, when we think of 7 of Swords, usually it's thievery. It's sneaking out. It's left 1 sword behind. It's just taking what he can carry. So you're taking the thoughts that you can deal with, and you're leaving the rest. Or someone, it's got to do with something with this lie. Because this, you know, this deck sits right over here. That's it. That's where I place that when I do the bottom reading. So this lie has something to do with the 7 of Swords. This lie has taken something from you. Scorpio. Now you understand that you still have strength and justice. It's just that when someone tells you this lie, that's going to really just throw you. I don't feel it's going to change your living situation, because you're still going to be here and living in some kind of abundance. But I don't feel this celebration happens. So let's... with my eyes closed. Something fell, I think. One card fell. The Eight of Swords. So you are really feeling trapped, stuck. You're in this thought pattern that you are really struggling with. You're like, I don't want to think like this. I don't want to think like I'm stuck and I can't have any movement in my life. I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to think this way, but I do. Remember how I said maybe you need a break, but you can't take one? I feel that this is why, because you're just stuck. But then again, here you've got, Seven of Wands is not a bad card, but with this Eight of Swords, you're just feeling stuck in that energy. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands comes in with a fiery offering of some kind. And he's right in the center, so he's got a lot to do. And this could be a male or female. It's usually a kind of, maybe, the energy of somebody in their mid-20s, early 30s. It's a less mature energy than a king or a queen. And the wands come in and they stir things up and they're gone again. These knights are very flighty, in and out kind of energy. So maybe you're wishing. Can you see these two cards well? With the Star and this Two of Wands, maybe he's wishing. Wishing that he could take an offer somewhere. Somebody's tired of being alone. They can stand all right on their own, even though it's kind of a facade. They're tired of being alone. You're tired of being alone, and here we've got this Queen of Pentacles, and we've got this celebration that didn't happen. Maybe a wedding or some kind of binding ceremony that did not happen. Four of Cups. You're not ready. You don't want love. You tried love already. It didn't go that well. You're not wanting it again right now, Scorpio. Now, if you're in a relationship, maybe you're just going through a rough patch. If you're married with kids, this Page of Swords could be a kid that's told a lie and caused everything to go upside down. King of Cups reversed. Scorpio, you are not happy. You are not a happy man or woman. This lie has turned you upside down. That's what I keep saying, but just the cards keep telling me that. It's like this, the King of Cups reversed, that's an upset person. King of Cups is really tight with his emotions. He's like a Vulcan. But when he lets loose, there are tears, there are angry words, he will sink to his knees, right, in agony, in emotional agony. And that sure goes with this cup reversed. Oh, Scorpio, what's going on with you? Got the Knight of Swords also reversed, so this lie has just ripped through your life here. There it is, on its way out, headed that way. And somehow it's doubled itself from the Page of Swords reversed. Now we've got the Knight of Swords reversed with two knights. So somehow this lie has become doubled or doubled down on somehow. Seven of Wands. That's some arguing. That's some fighting, protecting yourself. I mean, this is a struggle. It's landing right on this Two of Wands, on our Strength reversed, and on our Queen of Pentacles. There's a struggle there. Now, this Queen of Pentacles seems to just be sitting there right side up through this whole thing. Not that she would suddenly turn the other way, but... So somehow this Queen of Pentacles seems somewhat untouched. Except that then we have the Nine of Pentacles here reversed, so... Three of Cups, some celebration. Three and a four on that reversed ace. Movement. Maybe somebody's moving away. But there is movement. This could be physical movement, could be work-related movement, could be physically changing residence. It's possible that this is people breaking up. But this is movement. However, this could also mean getting your head together, grabbing the reins of your own destiny and going for it. And not being just stuck in this energy. And like this Knight, it's like, yeah, going for it. And there's the Chariot with saying, you can do that. You don't have to stay in an energy that you feel is untruthful and makes you unhappy and stuck. I'm feeling this Three of Cups really had something to do with this. It has something to do with this heartbreak and judgment and this cup reversed. Even though this Three of Cups is right side up, and it, you know, it's usually a happy gathering and stuff, but man, I just feel that that's tying together this broken heart and stuff. So maybe something happened at a gathering. Because then we have this Four of Wands not happening. And we have all this. I just feel a lot of arguing with the Seven of Wands. And the bottom of the deck is the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is doing something ridiculous. It's arguments and just doing something. I mean, they're going to go, see, this dragon has the sheep, right? These people are just a girl and a boy, and they're taking torches, and they think they're going to get that animal. They're going to save that animal from that dragon. That's not going to happen. This is taking risk. This is doing things that don't make sense. This is doing things that they're just like doing ridiculous stuff, having some great idea you think is going to be so wonderful, but it isn't. Everybody else says, geez, don't do that. So I'm really feeling some arguing and, you know, petty competition maybe. Broken heart. Man, this looks like kind of a gnarly center of January, Scorpios. But at the center of it is you finding your own inner strength. You're finding your own inner strength, Scorpio, with a young, new attitude. And you're taking this passion. You've decided to take it upon yourself to take your fiery energy and go. Scorpio. Now I gotta tell you, every Scorpio I know is a pretty fiery person. So Scorpio, I'm hoping that the reading I do for the end of January will be a little better for you than this reading. But I have to call it like I see it and get the messages that Spirit gives me and whatever I get from the cards. Both in their meaning and intuitively. And I just feel for some of you Scorpios, you gotta going through a lot this January. There's still leftover, getting this message is that there are still things left over from 2019 that have yet to work themselves out of your personal cycle. And when they do, things will be better. So I love you, Scorpios. I'm sorry your reading turned out kind of heartbreaking. Some arguing, but these things will pass. It's just for a short time. Mid-January is just a short time. It's a few days in the middle of January, I figure. Well, even though some of my readings have actual dates on them, like January 1st or the 15th, I hope everybody understands that nothing is set in stone. And not only that, that these things may happen, days and days or a couple weeks after that. Because everybody's different. All these energies are different and moving, and there are always so many variables in your life that can change these things. If things go along just as they are now, this is what is going to happen. For some of you whose energy I picked up here. So, well, I love you guys, Scorpios. And this is Avita Zora, signing off for now.